if you spent any time on the Babylon line, you know the drill. You're running down Deer Park Avenue, trying to beat the traffic on Sunrise, and you're just hoping, praying that the train is actually on time. And for years, the reward for that sprint was stepping onto a station platform that felt like it hadn't seen a fresh coat of paint since 1959. Well, the MTA has finally finished a big reconstruction on the Babylon Long Island Railroad station. We've all seen press releases, we've seen the shiny new photos, and the MTA is calling it a massive success. But I want to have a real conversation about what's going on. Was this worth the headache? Was it worth the investment? And does a new platform actually change the reality of commuting into Manhattan? Or is it just a lipstick on a pig? Grab your coffee because today we're breaking down the new Babylon station. And I want you to know, I want to know if you think you got it right. So look, I know how it is. Babylon isn't just another stop. It's a hub. You've got people coming from all over, down from Montauk Highway, up from the surrounding neighborhoods and from nearby towns, using this as their gateway into the city. It's the lifeline for thousands of people who work in Manhattan and spend their nights and weekends, in Long Island. And when you think about commuting, it's not just about the train itself. It's the parking search. It's the walk to the platform. It's the condition of the waiting area when it's 20 degrees outside, and whether the whole experience feels smooth or frustrating. The press release paints a picture of modernized, safer, more efficient stations. And I'm all for safety. I'm all for not having to dodge cracks in the concrete while trying to board, the train at 7 a.m. But we've seen MTA projects before. They take longer than promised, cost more than expected, and leave everyone asking, is this really it? So let's talk about what they actually accomplished. Here's why this matters beyond just concrete and steel. Transportation is the engine of the Long Island real estate market. Babylon Village is already a destination, and people pay a premium to live within walking distance of that station. So when you upgrade that station, you're essentially increasing the appeal of every home in that area. But does it actually improve our quality of life, or does it simply attract more people? So I've been hearing both sides. Some neighbors are thrilled because they say it makes the daily grind feel a little less exhausting. Others are asking why we're spending so much money on a platform when the train service itself is still the same overcrowded, delayed experience they've dealt with for years. Are we prioritizing aesthetics over functionality? If the train is still late and still packed, does a shiny new platform really solve the biggest problem that we face? That's the question. So when I look at the before and the after of the photos, I can see absolutely the improvement. It's cleaner, it's safer, all those things matter. But I think about the amount of money and time that goes into these multi-year projects. Every time I walk through Babylon, I'm reminded of how lucky we are to have such a vibrant downtown and such an important transportation hub. But that hub only works if the LIR actually functions the way commuters need it to. So this is the project. Are we simply making an experience of waiting for a delayed train look a little nicer? Or is this a part of a bigger investment that actually benefits Long Island for years to come? I'll admit, I tend to be a little bit skeptical when it comes to the MTA, and I know a lot of you probably are too. I want to see better service, not just platforms, but maybe I'm being a little bit cynical. Maybe a cleaner, safer station really does make a difference in your daily routine. I'm curious to know what you think. This is where I want to turn it over to you. We've seen all the press releases and heard the talking points from the MTA, but you're the ones that live it. You're the ones standing on the platform at 6 in the morning, dealing with the parking, the traffic, and the delays every single day. Was this project worth the time and investment, or should that money have gone somewhere else? Maybe we need more parking. Maybe we need more expenses. Maybe we need more reliable service instead of nicer platforms. Let me know in the comments below because everyone experiences this commute a little differently depending on where they live and where they work. And if you haven't seen the details yet, I've linked the original MTA announcement in the description below so that you can see exactly what they say was accomplished. Thanks for hanging out and talking shop with me. I think it's important that we keep tabs on these projects because at the end of the day, this is our island, these are our commutes, and we deserve to know whether our tax dollars are being spent in the right places. So if you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. We're going to keep covering what's actually happening on Long Island, and I don't want you to miss the next discussion. Stay safe, try to stay away from the LIE traffic, and I'll see you in the next one.